Hi there, my name's Naira, and in this prenatal yoga video I've got some postures for you to help ease lower back and sciatic pain. For the first posture you're going to need a bolster and a blanket, and as I get the equipment ready I just want to explain sciatic pain is quite specific, but if it's just normal lower back pain that you're experiencing, one thing that will help a lot is strengthening the glutes. I have another video with some glute strengthening moves precisely for that, but also just maintaining good posture throughout pregnancy. And again, I have another video specifically on that. I'll put both in the description box. What this video is going to focus on more is relaxing and stretching poses for both lower back and sciatic pain. As I say, sciatic pain is something specific, so not every posture for the lower back is going to be good for sciatic pain, nor is every glute strengthening posture, which is why if it's specifically sciatic pain that you're suffering from, this is the video you want to focus on as opposed to others. So let's start with the bolster in front of you like this, and we're coming into a supported child's pose. I might need to make this blanket thicker, I'll see how it goes, but basically what you want to do in this prenatal version of child's pose is you've got your toes together, you spread your knees as wide as the mat. Now just really make sure that you've got space for the belly as you fold forward. You don't want to feel any compression of the belly on the thighs, on the mat or anything like that. You may need more than just one bolster. Just really play around with the height and find what's comfortable for you. The reason I've got the blanket is because you're going to place the forehead on the blanket or pillow, whatever works. It's so that your nose isn't squished up against the bolster. So again, just find what works for you, and we're going to come onto the elbows, onto the forearms, the elbow directly underneath the shoulder in a place where you can basically be supported on the elbows, and they can be active, so you're not kind of sinking down into them, because you want to keep that space so that you can breathe freely. But where you really want to feel the relaxation and focus of the sort of letting go and easing is in the lower back. So placing the forehead on the blanket. Once I've done that, I'm going to stop talking because my mic might not pick me up as well. And once your forehead is on the blanket, simply close down the eyes, breathe through the nose, and relax through the lower back. I find this posture so soothing that I could literally stay here for ages. You can continue to stay in it. I'm just lifting my head up so that you can hear me better. What's great about having the forehead on the blanket is that you're stimulating the third eye, so you're also encouraging your body to come into relaxation mode, to move from fight or flight to rest and digest. You're stimulating your intuition, something that's really important and perhaps sometimes overlooked during pregnancy and during childbirth. A big aspect of prenatal yoga is not just the physical poses we're doing, but it's also gaining awareness of your body, yourself, your inner voice, trusting yourself through this whole time. So stay in this child's pose as long as you like. The only contraindication is if you're feeling pain in your knees, if you're feeling too much of an intense stretch in your knees, You can try putting a blanket under the knees, seeing if that helps. If it doesn't, this might not be the pose for you. If you do have some specific knee problems, child's pose might not be for you, but otherwise, just stay where you are for a few more breaths. And then slowly and gently coming up back onto the knees. As I say, that really is a pose where I feel I could just stay there for ages and ages, but we have to move on to the next one. And again, focusing on lower back and sciatic pain. Just move that off to the side slightly. So we're doing double pigeon pose. Now there are so many variations of pigeon. I found through pregnancy, I just can't do the classical version for various reasons that I won't go into because there won't be time. But for double pigeon, you have the left leg underneath you to start with, flexing that left foot, and you've really got the shin parallel to your body, and then you place the right foot on the left thigh just above the knee. So not really on the knee because we don't want to put any pressure on the knee joint. And here, both feet are flexed and you can just stay sitting straight up, absolutely fine. If you need more space for your belly, no problem to move back ever so slightly. When not pregnant, I would have folded forward, placed my hands in front, but obviously with a belly that's not possible right now. Now this might feel very, very intense. What can you do as modification? You can place a block in between the right knee and the left foot. Either way, that actually adds quite a bit of support, or two blocks. If it's still just way too intense, and you're probably going to feel this mostly in the right hip, so that the hip of the leg that's on top, right hip, right glute, maybe right thigh. Another option is to have the lower leg out straight. So you can also do the posture like this, absolutely no problem. And you can adjust where you place your upper body so that you feel comfortable in the belly. So apologies if the sole of my foot looks dirty. I think I've mentioned this in other videos. Even if I hoover, vacuum the floor every day, my feet just seem to pick up loads of dust. It's really annoying. Anyway, let's stay in this pigeon pose. So again, leg can be out straight, or you can have that lower leg bent, whatever feels good to you, and just breathe through the nose, and with every exhale, trying to find more space in the hips. If what you're feeling is just tightness, breathe through it. But as with any pose, if you're feeling intense pain, come out of it. And again, with this pose, if you're feeling any pain in the knees, it might not be for you. When you're ready, release, and we come onto the other side. So again, right leg underneath, shin parallel to the edge of the mat or to your body, and placing the left foot on the inside of the right thigh and not directly on the knee, just a bit above, flexing both feet. And breathing through the nose. You have the option, again, as with the other side, you can place a block in between the left knee and the right foot, two blocks, cushion, whatever you have, blanket, rolled up blanket. You can also, as with the other side, stretch out the right leg and keep the left foot on the thigh just above the right knee, flexing that left foot. So this is very much an option, just keeping the chest lifted, the back long and straight. Just choose whatever option feels good for you and then stick with it for a few breaths, just as long as feels comfortable. It's one you can build up to as well. Maybe the first time you do it, you only want to hold for 5 breaths, and then the more often you do it, the longer you can hold it. if I haven't said it already, very normal for one side to feel very different to the other in terms of flexibility. Just make sure as well that on both sides that you're sitting forward on the sit bone, so you're not kind of rolled back onto your tailbone. And then exhale, release. Hips might feel tight, so move slowly. There's absolutely no rush, as always. And then we come into the final posture. So this is on our back. Don't worry, we won't be on our backs long, but obviously if being on your back for any amount of time at all feels uncomfortable, you start to get breathless, anything like that, don't come onto your back. So we slowly lower ourselves down with the help of our elbows and arms. Let's start with the right leg. So you've got your left leg straight on the mat, flexing the foot. So heel in contact with the mat, really strongly flexing that foot so that the left hip stays in contact with the floor. Bend the right knee, take a strap, a belt, a scarf, whatever you've got, wrap it around the ball of the right foot, keeping that leg bent for a minute. Make sure that both shoulders are in contact with the floor, the back of the head is in contact with the floor, the back of the neck is long. And then on an exhale, if you can, straighten that right leg. Breathing here. Flexing both feet strongly. So this also doubles as a stretch for the back of the leg, the right hamstring, the right calf at the moment. Having the feet elevated acts the same way an inversion does, in that it also calms the nervous system, like child's pose that we did at the beginning. So this is a really nice calming set of postures actually. Keep breathing. Arms are straight as you hold on to the strap. We're not forcing any kind of stretch in any way. We're just working on realigning the spine, easing the lower back. And you can really hold this as long as you want. But for now, just so you're not on your back for too long, let's release that right leg, straighten it out. Flex that right foot so that the right hip stays in contact with the mat at all times, the right glute, and then strap over the left foot, keeping it bent, shoulders in contact with the floor, back of the head on the floor, looking at the ceiling. On an exhale, flex the left foot and slowly straighten it. Again, right foot strongly flexed, the right calf, right heel are in contact with the mat, and you've got the left foot flexed as well, and the left leg maybe straightening slightly with every exhale. You can close down the eyes to focus on the sensations in the back, in the legs. And whenever you're ready, slowly bend that left foot and release. Maybe just for a moment, straighten both legs just to take note of how you feel. Then bend both knees, turn onto one side to get up so we're not engaging our abdominals at all. Coming to a cross-legged position. And we are all done. So let's just take a couple of breaths together, bringing the hands together at heart center. Grow tall through the crown of the head. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And together we inhale and make the sound Om on the exhale. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.